Hi, Irina here from Born to Succeed. I'm so excited to share with you a lesson on failure and on dealing with setbacks. Why? Because if you have big goals for yourself, you also need to be prepared to fail your way to success, and you'll have ups and downs before reaching those goals. So I want you to know how to deal with setbacks and how to overcome those little barriers that will be standing along your way to success. And when tough times come, I want you to expect them, to be willing to accept them and know how to deal with them. So that's what this video is all about. And in order to do that, I'm just going to share with you a story of a recent failure of mine and how I've dealt with it. So last Wednesday, I organized an online webinar I was so excited about how to turn your year into your most successful so far. So I had the UK's #1 empowerment coach on the other end of the call, and I had 150 people who showed up waiting to hear our live interview. So we were all ready to rock, and everything was prepared, the slides were up, I had all the questions ready. I'm so excited to get all the words of wisdom and tap into Tosi's brain and share this information with my fellow Romanians. But what happened was that 5 minutes into the webinar, we thought everything was fine up until this point, but then we realized that none of the people in the room could either hear us or see our slides. So in those moments, we just felt like a complete failure, like nothing is really working. We logged on and off, we've tried all these different things. Perhaps the webinar platform just decided to crash because of the unexpected turnout. We don't know what it was. Must have been a technical glitch. We were seeing each other just fine, but none of the people could hear us. So can you just imagine for a moment how it feels like to know that you have 150 people waiting patiently in front of their laptops to hear you and see your message, and you're not able to deliver on that promise. 150 people who put this webinar in their schedule and who perhaps postpone other stuff just to be there. Well, I don't take this lightly, and I know that when you have something like this going on, you only have two options. Whenever you experience a failure, these are your options. You either blame external circumstances or events, blame the technology, for instance, or you take responsibility and take ownership of the situation. Because you see, I see people doing this so many times. They start blaming someone or something else for whatever is not working in their life, or for the actions they're not taking. So let's just blame the softwares, let's just blame the government, the system, the taxes, our parents, our loved ones for not being there for us, negative people who complain all the time. There's always someone else's fault, but it's never us. You see, it's them. Well, the thing is, when you do that, when you put responsibility on something or someone else, then you are powerless, because in that place there's nothing you can really do, is it? There's not much you can do to revolutionize the software industry just like that, or change the world, or change someone. That's not an empowering attitude to have, and you're not in a place where you have possibilities or alternatives. This is it. I feel stuck, it's not my fault, it's someone else's, there's nothing I can really do about it. Well, guess what? There actually is. Once we all start taking responsibility for whatever is not working, then you can be in a place of power. And from that place, you can create anything. So what we've done was just take ownership of the situation. Okay, we deeply and sincerely apologize. We could have said, it's not our fault, it's technology, we've done all the tests, we've rehearsed beforehand, we know this is working, but obviously we couldn't have tested with over 100 people, so that's what happened. No, we didn't do that. We didn't offer any justifications or explanations, except yes, we apologize for the technical difficulties, we take full responsibility. What is more, in order to cover it up and make up for your lost time, we're also going to give you a free gift, because it is our responsibility for not being able to fulfill on that promise, so you deserve this gift from us, which is a relaxation audio worth £20. Every single one of them received that, just because we took ownership of that situation and we knew how to deal with it. And then that was great feedback for us as presenters, because there's no such thing as failure. There's only another learning opportunity for us. Now we know which webinar platform is not reliable, so we're not going to go for it anymore. So that was great feedback for us to know what to improve next time. So I want you to do the same. I want you to replace the word failure with the word feedback. Whenever something is not working in your life, take it as a learning opportunity. Take the learning and move forward with it. What can you do about it? Ask yourself a better quality question. And then what I also find is that once you took ownership, I want you to realize it's not the same as blaming yourself. So taking responsibility and blaming or judging yourself, there are two different things. So I see people sometimes knocking themselves down. Oh, it is all my fault. I should have done this better. You might relate to this. So many times when things are not working, we think to ourselves, I'm no good, I'm not doing anything right, and we're being so hard on ourselves. Well, I want you to realize that your failures are not who you really are. That's not you. So don't let them define you. And I actually recently had the opportunity to connect with a very well-known entrepreneur, the top female entrepreneur in Canada, Kelsey Ramsden. You can find her on Wikipedia. So she shared with me this lesson in failure that I want to give to you as well. Here's what she said. My road to success was paved with failures along the way. I learned to fail really early on. But whenever I experienced a setback or a failure, here's what I've done. I asked myself this question. Was it me, or was it my ability to implement it? And you'll realize it's never you. You are great enough the way you are. Just keep on doing the things that you're doing. But realize there are different ways to implement those things. And that is within your control, because you can do something about it and you can change your circumstances. And your own results right now are nothing else but consequence of your own actions and of you taking responsibility for your results. So when you're in that position, you realize that you have so much capability to do something about any situation that's not working well, once you take ownership of it. So that is my key takeaway that I wanted to share with you in this video, to just go there and take responsibility for whatever is not working well in your life. Don't take it on yourself, don't be too hard on yourself, don't beat yourself up, because your failures are not who you really are. They don't define you, they mean nothing. All they mean is feedback. So take the learning, move forward with it, and keep going, keep rocking, and don't give up on your way to success. Now, I hope this video has helped you. Let me know what you think by commenting below. Like it, share it with the world, and let's help more people deal with setbacks and failure this year.